Hello techies. Welcome to our brand new video series focused on helping you get the most of your experiences in life. Before we start the video, let's know about Upptalk. Upptalk is a live, interactive platform for software training, furnishing robust personalities who could take on universal business platforms.
Can run seriously large reports from mobile devices. Why? Because they are not actually running it on their mobile. It's running it on the server, but you are triggering it from your mobile device, right? You get access from mobile device, and you can also put it as part of your business processes, right? When we were talking business process, we said that you can trigger reports from within the business process, isn't it? So yes, reports can be triggered from within the business processes to provide relevant data for decision-making, right? So reports are very, very useful and for everything and anything and everything. We will create reports to get the information from Workday. Once you know about reports, you will be fascinated about the power of it, and you will again be surprised how often you use it. Almost every day, day in, day out, you will be using reports. Now to help you to get started with it, Workday gives you something called as standard reports. Standard reports are Workday delivered and it is provided to all customers. Every single Workday customer has the standard reports, right? The standard reports are created and designed by Workday OK, and they are given to all customers. Now Workday. Standard reports are of two broad types. One is called the reports that are written using a report writer. Okay. So there are a certain set of reports that are created using a report writer, and then there are some other set of reports that are created using something called Expresso. Okay. Expresso. So the reports are created using Expresso cannot be copied or scheduled. The Expresso reports. They are typically used to generate some of the screens. Like, maybe when you create allowance plan you see a screen, right? Where it asks you to enter certain data. Those screens are created using Expresso. It is absolutely internal to work with product development team, the people who develop the product. And it is used to render those screens, right? We will not be able to copy Expresso reports. We are not going to change. We will not be able to change those Expresso reports, right? We will only be able to work with the report writer. Reports okay. So I mean it's not something to do with security. It's just the way it is. And if I want to see all the standard reports that are present in the system, I can use a task called Workday Standard Reports. Please make a note of it. Workday Standard Reports. Remember it in this way. Standard reports are Workday delivered, right? Standard reports are Workday delivered, so it is Workday Standard Reports, right? Workday Standard Reports will give you a list of all the standard reports that are available in that particular system, right? So let's go and check it up. Let's go and check, okay. I will not do proxy. I think I can run it from here as well. So Workday Standard Reports, oops. Workday Standard Reports, right? This is the report that we can run to find out all the standard reports that are available in the system. Let's try that. Workday Standard Reports. Okay, now it asks you for different categories. What are those categories? Let's take some examples. You see, it can be the academic advising. It can be for HCM audits, some awards, right? Background processes. It can be for the compensation, right? Let's click on compensation. This term looks familiar. Right, let's see what are the standard reports that are there for compensation. Okay, so we have around a lot of reports, around 150 different standard reports that talk about compensation that are of the category compensation. Now, do you see this? The report type is report writer and espresso write. These are the two types of reports. Now, if I scroll down further, there will be other reports, right? But now these ones are all report writer, right? But here is another example where it is report writer and sorry. Where is it? Where it was. Report writer and espresso right here. Bonus and one-time payment history. This is an espresso report. Benchmark jobs audit. That is a report writer. Now for the espresso kind of report. If I go to the related actions of the report, let's look for the actions. You see, I don't have much options, right? I don't have much options, but if I look at this other one, benchmark jobs audit, let's see if I have any security permissions. Let me click on that. So you see, I have the option for standard report, and I have the option to run it. But for the other report, the espresso one, I do not have the option to run the report. I only get the option to. see effect, instance integration, IDs, process security, basically all useless stuff. I cannot run the report for myself, right? I cannot run it. So, anyway, the point is the reports that are created using report writer, those are the reports that we will be able to schedule. We will be able to modify by copying it into a standard report, and so on, right? Espresso reports are just there. We will not be able to use it much as a report. Okay. Right. So now, if I do not want to list only the compensation reports, I want to see all the standard reports, then I will go to this change selection criteria, and instead of compensation, I'll just remove it as blank. You see, this category report categories is not mandatory, so I may leave it blank and click OK. So now what Workday will do is it will give you a list of all the standard reports that are available in this particular tenant. How many are they? How many are there? For 1,690. Right around 4,700 standard reports, right? I know a lot of them are espresso, but still we have a lot of standard reports that we can use. Okay. Now what happens is we typically use the standard reports as our starting points before we actually go ahead and create our custom reports like reports on our own. But we will definitely use the Workday standard reports. We will try to find if there is a standard report for this, and then we will even tell the customer that, hey, you have this particular requirement that you want me to research. There is already a standard report for it. Why don't you use that? Isn't it? So if there is a standard report, it is delivered by Workday, it is prepared by Workday, so it should be standardized, and you should be able to use it easily, right? Why bother? Why ask me to create another report? You use a standard report. So first job for any requirement is we have to try to find out if there is a matching standard report for that particular functionality, right? So that is where we will start, okay? So we will look at some standard reports in tomorrow's session, and then we will start creating our own custom reports, where we are going to create reports on our own.
Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us at sales@uptalk.com.